Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great day so far. So we're back out into the woods. We're gonna do a little solo overnight trip. Hopefully, I've been tracking this group of deer for the past couple of weeks now. They've been coming out right behind me on this trail. So I'm gonna set up the Tragopan, and we're gonna hopefully tomorrow morning get some really good photos and video of these guys. I'm gonna get camp set up, and then I'll give you guys a little gear tour, little rig rundown of the entire setup that I'm gonna have going. This is gonna be the first full test with all the gear, so we'll do a little behind the scenes on how I film myself while I go out and shoot wildlife. So it's 11 o'clock. I'm getting pretty tired right now. Tomorrow's going to be a super epic day, hopefully. I mean, they're calling for some rain, so I'm hoping we get maybe some nice fog or some nice rain to add just some more atmosphere to the photos. And I'm super stoked. First night out in the Tragopan. I mean, it's spacious in here. I'm super, it's not the warmest tent in the world, but it's doing pretty good. I'm curious to see how it's going to handle the rain, so I'm kind of hoping it does rain just so I could see that aspect and share it with you guys if you are considering purchasing one of these blinds yourself. And then first thing in the morning, I'm going to show you guys how pretty much I'm going to have this thing set up for shooting mode. I have to set up the other camera, the A camera, and I'm super pumped. I'm going to try to catch some Z's, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Everyone. So, actually got woken up to a bird landing on the top of the blind, which was pretty cool. So we're all set up right now. I've heard a bunch of little songbirds, woodpeckers, a couple of osprey flying around over that way. No deer yet. But now the fun part begins, the waiting game. And Should be pretty fun. So I just want to give you a little behind the scenes look on how I have this blind rigged out right now. So my main camera for shooting the wildlife with is the Sony a7 Mark III, and then I have it adapted with the MC11 adapter and a Sigma 150 to 600 mm contemporary lens. Super versatile lens. Highly recommend this lens. Super sharp, and for the price point you cannot beat it at all. And then for my main talking head stuff, I'm shooting all the vlog with a Sony FS5 Mark II, and I'm shooting with 18-105 kit lens f4. Super great camera, versatile. I use this camera almost every day. Beast of a camera. I love the fact that it has built-in ND filters, just super versatile. You could rig it out however you would like, and I use this thing, like I said, on a daily basis. Super awesome camera. Nothing yet, but cannot complain. I just kind of wanted to see how the overall setup was gonna work out with like sleeping and like all the gear. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think about this overall setup. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm also curious to hear about like how you guys go about setting up for wildlife photography, whether you use a blind or you use like a camouflage suit. Drop a comment down below and tell me how you go about setting up, filming yourself shooting wildlife, or even if you don't film yourself shooting wildlife. Definitely curious to know, because I'm always about finding new ways to do things, better ways. Some ways work better than others, so I'm always open ears when it comes to hearing other people's opinions on how they go about doing things. It's gonna turn out to be a super nice day. I think it was supposed to rain. But I think it's gonna turn out to be a pretty nice day, honestly. So I think I'm gonna start packing up, guys. I just checked the weather forecast because it's starting to get super windy and definitely dropped in temperature. We're apparently going to get some hail and a lot of rain and a lot of wind within the next couple hours, and I'm not really trying to get stuck out here in that. And all in all, I'm super happy with the outcome. I mean, it was my first time sleeping in this blind and actually like putting it to use and doing a legitimate field test with it. And I mean, we saw a couple of cool little woodland creatures. I mean, I wasn't expecting to set the blind up in this location once and have all the animals in the forest come gravitate right here. It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take consistency, staying persistent, and always coming out to the same spot, because I have seen a lot of game here, so I know there's a bunch of wildlife, and it's all going to come down to timing and me just constantly putting the work and the hours in to get the images that I want to get. Got this little squirrel kid, super close, he's super funny. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm falling in love with this blind. Like, this blind is super awesome. The only thing I would say is, so I got the Monal V2 and it was marketed as like a 2-person blind. If you plan on doing a trip where you're gonna be sleeping with 2 people and using the blind, I would say maybe pick up like the V6 or an extra attachment just to add a little bit more room, because it was kind of tight having all the gear set up and having me sleeping. Like, it'd be almost impossible to have 2 people in here. But for a one-man show, I mean, this thing's perfect. I mean, I have a full-on cinema rig in the corner and a 600 mil, and I'm chilling in here. Like, it's nice. I mean, it wasn't too cold last night. I had a little bit of a tick infestation at one point, but that wasn't that big of a deal. And yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm just gonna keep setting this bad boy up. I mean, I'm really, really pumped on this. I've never owned a bird blind before, photography blind, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is gonna be a really big asset. I mean, I still have to like figure out like my personal workflow with it, I would say. I mean, like, where I'm going to set it up consistently and just constantly bring it to keep it in the car and just always just kind of like chuck it around. I mean, I could see myself, I think next trip I'm going to try to go get some mallards, because I know a pretty good spot where there's a bunch. So I think I'm going to set this up right in the shoreline. I'm going to try those lower shooting windows, and I'll see how that works out for me. So guys, I really appreciate you sitting through this video. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I mean, if you guys like this content, drop a like, share, subscribe, share it around. I'm going to be dropping content at least twice a week, and it's going to mostly be wildlife stuff, and then I do a lot of other cinematography projects, so I will be posting those. But if you're not really into that sort of thing, you don't have to watch them at all. I understand completely. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great day.